This one from Fox Sports. Burning questions for 2024. Which team will be the biggest disappointment of 2024? And they say the Browns. Way their schedule is set up, Browns could get off to a fast start. It will likely only be fool's gold. This team isn't bad, but it's headed for a regression back towards 500, maybe even on the wrong side of 8 and 9. Oh, I disagree with that, Fred. Here's the thing: they had they started four different quarterbacks, five if you want to count Jeff Driscoll. I don't think turnovers are kind of a fluky thing. They had more than their share of turnovers. If both of those regress the other way, in other words, quarterbacks stay healthy, linemen stay healthy a little bit more, and they don't turn the ball over as much, I think they win the AFC North. Not only do I not think they're 8-9.
I think the key is it is with so much in NFL is injuries. But when you look at this team, their defense, they were ranked at the top, number one, statistically. I didn't I look more at how many points given up. Sometimes points given up can be deceiving because maybe a turnover gives the opponent a short field, but they just need, if they can hold their opponent to 20 points or less, somewhere in that neighborhood, I think this offense is good enough to outscore a lot of the teams. They have a tougher schedule because of their record last year. And in this division, I can tell you, I could make a case for any of the four teams to win the division. I could make a case for any of the four teams to be in last place. There are factors. The biggest one is the injury factor, but the number one is to their quarterback. Deshaun Watson needs to stay on the field. He needs to play. And if he plays average or above average with this defense, I believe they'll be able to outscore their opponents enough to get to the playoffs. Now, anything else is a fool's errand. You take Joe Burrow out of the Bengals, and they're a sub 500 or a 9-8 team like they were last year. Same thing could be said about Lamar Jackson. Same thing could be said pretty much about the Browns or the Steelers. So that's, you take all things being equal. I think that the defense will keep the Browns competitive. They have a good kicker. It's all about the offense being able to score, 20 points or more a game. And if they do that, I think they'll be fine. But I don't agree that they're going to be, very disappointing. They do need to get off to a good start because they do have a second half, but it's all about the AFC North. You got those 6 games in the AFC North that could make or break your season. That's over a third of the season is in your division, and they're all good teams. So you just have, it's what you're going to do with that. So nobody really knows, but I think injuries, like always, are big. But if you can tell me your key guys are going to be on the field all season, I think the Browns are going to be right there competing for the AFC North.